This is ridiculous. Oh my god. So ridiculous. I can't believe I'm doing this video. It's so gay. Okay, hey guys, it's Hannah, and it's another one of those really ridiculous videos that I thought would be fun because Q&As are often so boring. So we're doing a mukbang with Jerry today, and I actually really want to do another one of these where I'm outside and I'm not in the stable, but it's super windy today, and like you guys know, I don't have a microphone, so outside is just like, our halter is way too big for you. Way too big for you. Anyway, so I've got some sushi. Jerry's got his hard feed, obviously. It's extra looseny, so he stays here and keeps eating. And he's a little bit edgy in the stable. Just, you know, in case you didn't notice. There's already chaff in my feed. My feed. Please don't snort. In my food. I'm going to be answering you guys' questions on Instagram. You guys may not know, my Instagram is @HLHEquestrian. Okay, so Emma H. Eventing said, a piece of tack you couldn't live without. I reckon probably my Micklem bridle, because all my horses go really well in it, even though I don't use it with Dexter, because Dexter's just a bit too strong, but he still really likes the bridle, so that's probably my favourite piece of tack that I own. Hell yeah. I'm gonna cover my food in chaff. I don't think Jared's ever eaten on a table before in his entire life. Montana_equestrian. What's been your biggest struggle with each of your horses? Jerry wasn't actually too bad with anything really. Probably just getting him to jump nicely, because he jumps in such a pony way. That would have gone everywhere, Jerry. He jumps like this and always makes me get left behind, especially over bigger things. And so even though Dexter jumps way bigger, he's like way easier to stick on than Jerry. And yeah, Jerry just probably getting him to stretch down with his neck instead of just like holding it here, both over the fences and during flat work, because hun, you need to relax the pole. With Dexter, probably just getting him to compress. He's been really difficult just because every pace is just so long and you have to compress them all, and his jump was just so big and spooky. Probably just with Dexter, the spookiness and the condensing his stride, and also getting him to stop being so strong, because he's so long, he gets so strong. He doesn't really want to run off with me per se, but he just gets like longer and longer and longer and gets harder and harder to slow down and stop. So there's that. And with Pino, he's so good at everything and he's so naturally nice with his head carriage, and he has a cute little look. But the thing is just probably with him is working out how his brain works, because when he gets stressed out, it's really hard for him to calm down because he's such a quiet horse. So the few times that he gets stressed out, he's like just like wired in the brain, and I have to try and like gradually calm him down, and I'm still working out how to do that, because there's just very specific things that set him off, like dogs, kangaroos, pretty much other animals like running around him. He doesn't like that at all, and that's what sets him off. And I just need to learn how his brain works and learn how to calm the baby horse down. Hate you. Just out to dinner with the fam, you know. Okay, how did you balance school and horses? You know, I didn't really balance it that well. I was so bad. To be honest, I just rode straight after school and didn't do very much homework. I passed just because I pretty much did subjects that I really enjoyed, and so with subjects that I really enjoyed, I just didn't have to do as much work. Like I did agriculture, I did filmmaking, I did English, and something else, I can't even remember now. I started doing chemistry and I just was so bad at it, and it just took way too much time, and because I was still competing and doing eventing, in year 12. I just didn't really have a whole lot of time. Hell yeah. Stop spooking. I know you're scared of sounds, but like, suck it up. This video is gonna be hell to edit. Just like stopping my face while I'm talking, it's great. Thumbnail. This sushi is so good. Oh my goodness. What is the highest level you have competed at, and what horse did you compete it on? Your channel is great, and if you can't pronounce my name, it's Irish. Oh, well, I know your name because my best friend, Kiv, she has the same name as you. So yours is Cuba, I guess, but Kiv says hers is Kiva. So I don't know, either one of those. And that's by Kiva_137. So the highest I've competed is 1 star with Jerry this year. Melbourne's been the biggest event. Obviously didn't finish that, but you know, 1 star, not FEI 1 star is the biggest that we've completed. And I think we've done last year Ranella, then we did Kirkcaldy this year, Ranella this year, got halfway through Naracoorte, got halfway through Melbourne. With Naracoorte I just retired him because he wasn't feeling right after show knowing. And finished Werribee, Friends of Werribee. So we've done just like a handful of 1 star events. You look so depressed, Jerry. Cheer up. And the Dreams team asked, what brands inspired your HLH equestrian shop? I reckon, first of all, I just wanted like quirky things on a shirt that weren't like the whole shirt, because I wouldn't really want people to, you know, be walking down the street and just see like a horse saying that they didn't understand at all. So I put them all quite small, and because, you know, it looks cute when you take a selfie and you can see like, I rode like trash or something like that. And I originally just wanted that, but lately with the base layers and things like that, like I do obviously still have like eyes up, heels down, which is kind of like quirky. My boyfriend said something about putting arrows up and down, and I was like, oh yeah, and I could put like sayings on it. So that's how I got that idea. I haven't really been hugely inspired by it, but I do obviously like Aztec Diamond. I like Bear Equestrian, they're nice. And I guess this is all kind of like subconscious inspiration because I don't want to, you know, take people's ideas. So I do honestly probably try and take the most ideas from sporting companies and streetwear companies, because I like the fact that I can convert something that is just from, you know, regular people's clothes onto horse riders' clothes. So yeah, that's where the majority of it came from lately. Like these leggings and stuff, like this is obviously very like Calvin Klein kind of thing, and I just liked the look of that because it kind of breaks up the top and the bottom, and so it kind of like looks almost like a belt, but it's obviously not. That's kind of where some of the inspiration came from. Saffron M264 says, what's the one thing you wished your horses didn't do? Do one for each horse. Alright, I reckon Jerry is evading the bit. Like, he does not want to go into the bit, and when he does, he kind of fights it. He hates keeping a nice headset. He just likes either tensing up and then his back gets tensed up, or being like a llama. He'll kind of pull down and try and get a bit trainy even now. And I think that's just also because he's been very fit lately. I hate it when it's too low, it annoys me so much, but this halter is too big for him. Because Mum put his halter on him in the paddock, his nice show halter, and Pinot reared up and broke it. So that's great. Dexter would definitely be his head shaking, because he now has head shaker's syndrome, which is very depressing. So that would definitely be the one thing I would fix about him. Pinot's wondering where Jerry is. Pinot would probably be to stop him getting super stressed when there's dogs or animals around, because he just gets so set off. I wish he would just like calm down in those sort of situations. The Dreams team also said, might be touchy, but what would you price your horses at right now? It's hard to say, honestly. Jerry would probably be around 30 grand, because I think that's kind of the sort of going price of a 1-star eventer that's as talented as him. Like, he's still got a lot of potential to go far in dressage, and he's a really, really cool ride. Like, can get on him and go straight away and he's fine, and can jump on him bareback, and he's just really good. Like, he'll go with whatever the rider's comfortable with. So with me, he's pretty spunky because he knows me really well, but with other riders that he doesn't know as well, he looks after them quite a bit. So yeah, probably around. How is he already finished? Oh my goodness, horse. This is like Dexter last week all over again. Alright, you're waiting here with me now. Horse. Dexter. Okay, Dexter is really hard to say. Like, really hard to say because I did spend a fair bit on him, but he hasn't progressed as fast as many other horses would, just because he's like a big boy. Pino, probably like around $5,000, because I have put a bit of work into him, and he did cost a reasonable amount for a thoroughbred. He is like a really nice thoroughbred type. Like, he's very almost warm-bloody, and he's like a big boy. Like, he's 17 hands. So yeah, that's what I reckon. SSN Equestrian said, what is your favourite brand of horse feed? What do you feed your horses? Well, they all get different stuff. Jerry is eating currently. He's currently eating Easy Result. Yeah, just Easy Result and chaff. Pino gets Easy Result and Easy Response. Do you really want that? I can guarantee you don't want this. What's happening? They both get just mainly Prides. Dexter used to be on Pride's Easy Response, but now he is currently just on Equidual because of his head shakers, and that works better for the supplement that I'm about to put him on. So he's probably going to go on to High Gain Zero as well, Dexter. And then the old horses get Mitobite Gum Nuts, which is just for like old horses. So yeah, Prides would probably have to be my largest feed, and I started with them just basically because my instructor that I first went to used Prides, and she was sponsored by it, so we just went with Prides, and we liked how it made the horses look because it's so like oily and it makes their coats really nice and shiny. I feel like a vacuum factory. What are the plans for the future in terms of your career? Girl, you have so many ideas. Honestly, I'm lucky enough that I have a lot of businesses around me, and I now kind of have my own business that's doing reasonably well. So ideally I would love to make HLH my full-time job, more or less, but if not, I'm happy to go back to uni and do psychology because I really enjoyed that. Why? Don't eat my seafood. You don't care about food like that. Do you really want that? No, you don't. And if not that, my parents are in the wine business, and I'd be happy to do that. Wow, amazing. Oh no, it kind of fell out, and there's like a horsehair in my avocado. Why do you have to do that? I hate you. I knew this video was going to be annoying, but like, oh my goodness. On with the questions. And that was asked by Lauren Rocky _ Grace Stanford with 2 Ds. I know you're not a therapist or anything, but how do you cope with competition anxiety or just anxiety in general? I've been watching you on YouTube for so long now. I live for your videos. Thank you, that's so nice. I don't really cope that well. The thing is, I go through phases of anxiety where I'm like so bad, and then I'm reasonably okay. I feel like getting away from things and seeing friends and stuff helps me a lot with my anxiety. You are so noisy. Oh my god. This is like loud horse eating ASMR. In regards to general anxiety, in regards to competition anxiety, breathing techniques help. I haven't tried them I haven't tried them that much myself personally, but yeah, apparently they work quite well. I get a lot of like subconscious nerves, and I also imagine a lot of things, like things I should not be imagining. So don't do that. Honestly, just doing them lots helps a lot. I actually went to the doctor and asked for a prescription of propranolol, which is like a beta blocker, so it slows down your heart, so you don't freak out as much about things, and that's now what I take for anxiety, but it does kind of make me a little bit drowsy, but there's always a downside. I started that just because at Melbourne I did not know what to do because I was anxious in weeks leading up to it, so I did that for Melbourne. But otherwise, aside from that, yeah, breathing techniques and doing it lots really helps. Decisive Eventing says, tips on starting small businesses. Probably just getting influencers to wear it. Probably just getting influencers to wear it helps a lot now. There's a lot of businesses that have done really well from doing that. I shouldn't have chosen a Q&A with this video. He is so distracting. I hate you. Lems17 says, what's on your current wish list and can you do a review on your float? Well, I kind of did a float tour, so that kind of said what I liked about it, but honestly, I'm not going to do a full float tour, but I really like my float. There just are a few faults about it. The main one that annoys me is that it dents really easily, so when the horses pull back and like say something breaks and it like clip hits the float or something, it'll ding the float, and so that's happened to me a few times. And also the brakes, because there's 4 brakes, 1 on each wheel. The brakes break really easily, which is not good, the electric brakes in the wheels. So we had only one working for like a year and a half. And then we found out about it and we're like, well, that's not good, but like it was still working reasonably well, obviously, because we were using it for a year and a half without even knowing. But yeah, that would probably be the main thing. And also recently I had, Jerry, can you get out of the frame? This is me talking, the horse. We had a lot of metal decay, and it just basically from being on the road and everything just gradually decays. And so the water tank completely fell over in the float, and also on the same trip, which was Werribee, the entire saddle rack also fell over, and so it's all been welded back together and fixed. So that's good, but yeah, there obviously just are some faults about Logan floats or Logan trailers. And what's on my current wish list for horses? There's always so many things. Probably new reins for Dexter's bridle. A new jump saddle, I really need one because all my horses are really different to ride while jumping, and with Jerry that saddle just does not fit him at all with how he jumps, and it doesn't really support me much with Dexter, but it's a lot better with Dexter. As for Pino, I'm not sure if he's saddle sore at the moment, like if the saddle doesn't fit him very well. What's happening? So there's that. So yeah, a new jump saddle and some new reins for Dexter's bridle. Dappled_EQ_, how do you deal with comp nerves? Also, do you do fitness rides, and if so, what do they involve? So comp nerves I kind of touched on before. I don't really have anything else to add to that. As for fitness rides, yes I do. I do fitness rides just with Jerry primarily because Jerry is my eventer. So with Jerry I just do 2 trots up a hill, which ideally is 400 meters or so. If you can, trot down the hill and then canter up and then gallop up a few times depending on how fit you want them to be. Probably gallop up 2 times for like, depending how long the hill is as well, but probably 2 times for 95 3 times for 105 and 4 times for 1 star, I'd say, and then 2 trots again, and then walk up, walk down, and that's pretty much what I do for Jerry, for fitness wise, and that keeps him pretty fit and okay for 1 star. Snappy Max, do your horses have specific colours? I'm not sure if you mean like on cross country. If so, yes. Jerry's has always been teal and I think that looks good on him. Dexter's was royal blue, but obviously he doesn't event anymore. And Pinot, I think his is going to be corn blue because I really like the blue. Or the new lmao bluey colour. It's like a more like silver blue and I really like that look. Roaston says, what's been the hardest thing to master with regards to your riding so far? For me, it depends if you mean like EQ or if you mean faults in my actual riding. Because EQ is probably lower leg or just staying still in the canter because I often like rock really badly, mainly just because I have quite a long upper body, and lower leg is kind of also the same because I'm quite tall, so I struggle with my lower leg a lot, especially on Jerry because of the way he jumps. And in general, I do have nerves when I ride. Like, you may not see it so much, but probably working on nerves is the main thing that isn't, you know, EQ related, because when something goes wrong, I do get cautious about riding, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, that's probably one of the things I've had to work on the most, because when I started riding, my nerves were so bad, and they've got better and better along the way, but when something goes wrong, I'm not the kind of person to just be like, yeah, okay, I can do this same thing again and it's fine. Like, it does kind of make me step back and be like, what did I do wrong? And probably questioning myself after things like that happen is the worst thing, because I always think it's how I rode, and then I second guess all my training and I worry about what I'm doing, and so then I get confused and I'm not riding the same. So yeah, probably that sort of thing. And so yes, they were all the questions that I got in like 15 minutes. Sorry about the short notice, guys. But yeah, they're the questions I got on Instagram. So thank you so much for asking those. You guys are probably so annoyed by the sound of this chewing that you just didn't even watch this video. Fair enough, honestly, fair enough. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. These leggings are arriving in the next 2 weeks and will be sent off. So if you want to pre-order them, do that in the next 2 weeks and you'll get an extra something. I hope you guys enjoyed this mukbang with my horse. No, it's literally just Jerry annoying me for probably 25 minutes straight, or Jerry chewing for 25 minutes straight. I hope you enjoyed. It's such a good video, honestly. Thanks, guys. Alright, bye. I hate you. I think I'm gonna have to clean this table, to be honest. Like, before I get it back to Mom. Might need to clean it just a little bit. Just a touch. Bye.